Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, today I thought of doing another reading about the division that is happening right now in United States. And of course, it's not just in United States, it's all over the world. But I'm going to start with stating my opinion a bit more. When I'm doing readings, I try to keep that at a minimum. I try not to put too much of my opinion up there. I'm just checking the energy, see what's going on. Of course, I have opinions, but I try to keep that at a minimum. But I have to speak today, especially after the backlash that I got yesterday after posting the video about Charlie Kirk's assassination, when I spoke about both the far left and the far right being destructive forces in the United States and all over the world. So I got this reaction. A lot of people unsubscribed. A lot of people were upset with me, saying that it's not true. The left didn't react like this. This is gaslighting. You're telling me that what I'm seeing with my own eyes is not true. What I'm seeing from people with my own eyes, what they post on social media is not true. And it's not just in social media, it's also in my real life. I got to listen to people's opinions that were just morally reprehensible, telling me that Charlie Kirk had it coming, that he deserved this. They're happy he died. I've heard this with my own ears. I will not be gaslighted. This happened. We're all seeing it. And after, not just after 2020, I feel like after Trump, it feels like there are layers and layers and layers that are being uncovered, and we're seeing more the truth about people and situation. And at least it feels like this for me. Like I got to see people more clearly. So I think that we're collectively going through this. And it's not pretty. It's not a pretty sight. And if I get this reaction from people whom I agree with, we're on the same side most of the time. We all agree that Trump is horrible, that Trump is a Russian asset, that the far right and this religious Christo-fascists, they're evil and they want to take over, they're delusional. I agree that MAGA is highly destructive force. I think MAGA, the whole MAGA think it's a Russian operation of brainwashing. So we're on the same side. And if I am shocked to see this reaction, and if I am getting backlash, like imagine how the MAGAs, how the people that lean on the right, how they think when they see such reaction. They feel justified. So that's why I'm saying that the way that certain people on the left are reacting, they're just giving them fuel. They're just giving them a reason and makes them feel justified. So, and I don't understand this need for people to defend the tribe as if like your whole identity is within that group and you need to defend that group. I think like you have to call out if you see something wrong in that group. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you have a different opinion. You have the right to feel however you want. You have the right to have whatever opinion you want. But you know what? I draw the line when someone says that you deserve to be killed for having a different opinion. So you can clearly see that this kind of people, they want censorship. They want despotism. They want to oppress the others. They want to shut you up, so that only their ideology gets to remain. So I don't know, maybe a lot of us need to calm down, take a breath, and try to see things also from a different perspective. Try to put yourself in other people's shoes and see how would you react. I got a comment saying that, I got not just a comment, many comments saying that Charlie Kirk's wife, she's not grief-stricken. Like she's just demonic. She just hates the left. Like, what? What? Her husband just got assassinated. their little children will grow up without their father. And you're telling me that this woman is demonic and that she hates the left. Like, wouldn't you if you were in her place? Like, oh my God, are people so disconnected from, I don't know, common sense? And yes, the far right and the MAGAs and people from that zone, they're responsible for most of the domestic terrorism in the United States. They're the ones who do the political violence. And yes, they're the ones that are behaving in morally reprehensible ways, that they're hateful and that they're demonizing the left and the Democrats. I see them, how they're behaving, but that doesn't mean that people on the left can also behave the same way without repercussions, without consequences. And all of this is doing is turning people away from the left. Like, if I got this reaction, who I'm on your side, how do you think you're going to be seen as a whole, as a collective, by the people who are like on the fence, who are on the middle? You're going to push them away. So this is a self-inflicted damage that the people on the left, they're doing. You know, just because the MAGAs, they're mocking Nancy Pelosi and her husband when that guy tried to kill him, and they're now forgetting all about Melissa Hortman and her husband getting assassinated by one of the guys that's on their side, it doesn't mean that we have to be despicable like them. I mean, you can be however you want to be, but there's going to be repercussions. There are going to be consequences. And don't expect us to see you as this morally superior person when you're behaving like this. So this is my opinion. I'm not intending to offend anyone, and I'm sorry if any of you guys feel offended by this, but this is just my opinion, where I stand, and I cannot lie to myself or to you guys. I have to be honest. It's okay if you disagree. It's okay if you have another opinion. I don't hate you. You're right to have your own opinion. You know, there's this famous quote from Elizabeth Beatrice Hall. She's an English writer who wrote the book The Friends of Voltaire, in which she said this as an illustration of Voltaire's beliefs. So the quote is, "I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it." So I think this is the spirit of democracy and the tolerance that now it seems like we're losing that. Yeah, so that's what I had to say. So now let's do the reading. Let's calm down, take a breath, relax, and let's try to do a reading on this division nowadays when it comes to politics. What can we expect? What is ahead? Okay, so we have the left here and the right here. Okay, so let's see. The left. The Hermit. Okay. Seven of Swords. The Star. And on top we have the Page of Cups. Alright. Now let's see the right. The Ace of Pentacles. The Eight of Cups. The Tower. You know, we had yesterday when we've done a reading about this, like what can we expect from them, from the left and the right, they got the Death card and now the Tower. So there's like an ending, an abrupt ending for the right, for the Republicans. Yeah, this loss. So I don't know, guys. Maybe it could be about Trump. We'll do also a reading on Trump. I think I'll do another video on Trump, and especially when it comes to his health, because I think I have some requests from you guys on that. So it's possible. There's a loss here associated with the right. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, a new start. Transition. The Six of Swords, movement. And here for the left, with the Hermit, maybe we have like some self-reflection, you know, that would be good. And then we have the Page of Cups, the emotional immaturity. And I see a lot of the young people especially that are behaving in this way. Like they don't have enough wisdom to be able to have a more balanced view on things. And you know, it's a pattern already that when we're young, we're usually very idealistic and leaning left and have all these naive ideas about life and everything. And as we grow old, we tend to be more on the conservative side because it doesn't mean that we become conservatives, but we tend to lean a bit more right. So this comes with age. With the star, this can mean hopes. The star can also symbolize healing, a healing process. They have a good shot. So like compare this. This is the right, this is the left. Like I think the left really has a good shot to get things right. Maybe with the Seven of Swords, maybe it's also about uncovering certain secrets. And yesterday, the Democrats, they had the Sun card, and that's also illuminating things, bringing things to light. So it might take some time, because with the star, sometimes I interpret this as like a bit later, because it's about the future. And searching, investigating, analyzing, digging out the dirt, the hidden things, and bring it to light later. So from these cards, I see that things look really hopeful for the left. They have a good chance. Maybe it has to do with the midterms. Maybe it has to do with some secrets that they're uncovering, they're revealing to the public. And here for the Republicans, for the right, we have a loss with the Tower. And then this walking away, detachment, again, this like strong energy of loss here, and then new beginning. So I guess we'll have to see what will happen. So stay tuned for what the Democrats will uncover, and something that the right or the Republicans, they're losing something. There's like a, I don't know, shocking event, because this is, we can consider this thing with Charlie Kirk a tower moment for them, but we didn't ask about the past or the present, we asked about the future. So there's more of this energy coming in the future for the right. Alright, so this was the reading. Now I'm gonna do the other video about Trump and his health. Let's see what's going on there. Let's see if the Tower is related to Trump. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.